What's up, boys and girls? The Gypsy back at it again. I haven't made a video for a very long time, but it doesn't matter. I'm here to make it now. Yeah, there's a lot of things going around with the Tyson Fury and Usyk, and I hope the fight turns out right. And I do agree that Tyson Fury's a scumbag. 70-30 is a shitty ass fucking thing to do against Usyk, but that's beside the point. This video is not about Tyson Fury versus Usyk or Benavidez versus Plant or the other fights. Lomachenko's fight that happened not too long ago. I don't know, it was last year, I think. I'm not even too sure. Yeah, I didn't make a video on that shit either. It was a good fight. I'd pick Lomachenko to win that fight, but that kid. Anyways, besides the point. Just forget about that. I was gonna say that kid sparred Lomachenko, so he knew his pointers and everything, and plus Lomachenko's on the slide and all that kind of stuff. That's why the fight was closer than it should have been, technically. But the kid had talent. I forgot the kid's name though. Anyways. Yeah, I haven't been really watching boxing. I mean, I'm watching boxing. I just haven't been making videos. Anyway, so this fight's about Ryan versus Tank Davis, or should I say Tank Davis versus Ryan. This video, I won't say this fight. The reason why I felt like making this video is because, it seems like boxing is popping back again, and I felt like I had the energy and the desire to do it. It's like, with me, it's if I like doing something, I want to do it, I do it. But if I don't feel like doing it, I'm not going to do it. Anyways, I feel like doing this video. I'm probably going to do a couple more videos after this for the fights that are coming up, like the ones I mentioned. We're going to talk about Ryan and Tank here right now, and who I think is going to win. And what is the recipes of success for either one of these guys? Looking at this fight, man, Ryan looks like, I hate to admit it because I don't like neither one of these dudes, but Ryan seems like he has all the advantages and it's his fight to lose. At first, when I heard about this, when he wanted to fight Tank a long time ago, I always picked Tank to beat this kid. But when you look at, when I've seen his past fights, Ryan against Campbell and against Fortuna and a couple of other guys that don't come to mind at this point, but those are two fights that come to mind at this point in time that I can really recall. Ryan hits hard. He hits hard. So does Tank, but the difference is that Ryan has one specific thing that could change, whether it's actually for both fighters, but I'm going to say with Ryan first. Ryan has a horrendous, devastating body shot. The shot that he landed on Campbell, and not just Campbell, he did it on Fortuna twice. He dropped him twice with that, I think. Is it twice or once? I think it's twice, from what I recall. He's got a devastating shot. And I don't know if Tank can take that body shot, bro. And the problem with Ryan is, I don't know if he can take Tank's, whether it's a left hook or a right hook. I think with the way he knocked out Rolly Romero, I think that was a left. He threw a left hook, his strong hand, pretty much, because he's a southpaw. I don't know if he can take that. I don't know if Ryan's going to be able to take that. But the question is, if Ryan keeps Tank away with his reach and his, as you can clearly see, he has a almost 3-inch reach advantage over him. With his height and everything, if you can keep him away from his chin in the sense of from the hooks, that not anything else that Tank would be throwing at him. Not a fucking jab, not a fucking left straight at him. I'm talking about hooks in general. Whether it's the right hook that goes over the shoulder of Ryan's jab, where he's going to have to duck in and then leap forward and jump right to his, not really jump, but more of a jumping momentum without actually getting his feet off the ground as much, maybe one leg, maybe, if anything. Depending on, it might not be, how to say, boxing fundamentally wise, it's kind of off, but there's shots like when even, let's say the great Tommy Hearn, when he would throw shots, he would leap sometimes throwing hooks, and that was devastating because he's jumping and punching at the same time, coming from underneath. But in Tank's case, he would have to go down underneath the jab of Ryan and then leap forward, stepping to the side, moving his weight a little bit to the right because he's a southpaw. And, their jabs are going to be touching each other. He kind of leaps to the right and then pendulum swing, kind of like how Mike Tyson does in a way. But obviously the other side, because Mike Tyson was a orthodox fighter, not a southpaw, and goes to the chin over the shoulder of Ryan. If he can land that, question is how well Ryan can take that. You know what I mean? And after that, he can probably, if he hurts Ryan, he can barrage him, like how he did with Barrios. But he can also land the other hook too. The other hook being his left hook. He can also land a left hook on him by, I think there was the hook that he landed against Rolly Romero, and Rolly Romero leaped in a little too far. I think Rolly was winning that fight against Tank, and he, in my opinion, I think he got prematurely stopped. The fight, he could have continued. 5 seconds in, he got up, and then, it was like 6-7, and then he gave his hands to the ref, and the ref just waved it off. It was, it was a premature stoppage, honestly, because they were protecting Tank, in my opinion, because they were worried that Tank was going to get his ass beat up. Did you see fucking Tank's fucking bruised skull after that? Tank was worried, man. He was running away from Rolly the entire time. But Rolly doesn't fight the same with Tank. Garcia doesn't fight the same way as Rolly. Rolly is a different fighter. Rolly fights, he throws spear jabs, something that Ryan doesn't really throw. Ryan's more of an upright fighter. Rolly can, he likes to go low, similar to like Devin Haney. He likes to go low, high, and in a way you can probably say similar to Usyk, low, high, but they're not similar. I'm not saying these guys are all similar. No, they fight their own. All of them fight differently. They all fight different styles. But the similarity is that these guys like to duck down, throw the jab to the body, Rolly. But Garcia doesn't do that, and most Mexican fighters don't really do that either. Most Mexican fighters are upright fighters, and when they throw a body shot, they like to hook their way to a body shot, not do a spear jab to the body. In Rolly's case, he does that, and then he leaped forward. He tries to either feint his way to the spear. He feints his spear jab into going into a, I don't know what he was throwing at that moment because I forgot the exact knockout scene, or where I think he jumped I think he kind of faded into the body and then he jumped forward, going to the head. Whether that was with I think Rolly's a southpaw too, but I forgot exactly. Or he's an orthodox? No, he's orthodox. So he kind of leaped forward with his jab and he followed up with his right hand, and he got caught because he was too far off from the range to be, doing that kind of stuff. And Tanks just set him up that way. He set him up, or whether it was intentional that Rolly did it on purpose because he was paid to do so. That's also a question. You can ask yourself, because he was beating Rolly, he was beating Tank up pretty decently until that that part of the fight. It was the 7th, 8th round. I don't know where it was exactly. I forgot. But with Ryan, we don't have that concern. Ryan is not going to leap forward as much. He does leap forward. He did it against Campbell a little bit. But he doesn't leap forward as much unless he's like pretty certain that he's going to land his shot. And he's going to land first, and his shot's going to be more devastating than whatever the other fighter is going to be throwing at him. And I think Ryan is taller than Rolly on top of that, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I have a longer reach as well. Yeah, what Ryan does is pretty much like he's a fast-handed dude, and Rolly's also fast-handed too, but with Ryan, he's got good timing in the sense of he steps, and I think he started boxing earlier than Rolly has. He steps into, he reaches in, and with his the timing, like as soon as he notices the arm of his opponent going for the shot, the arm of his opponent hasn't even been extended, he goes for the shot. Something that Rolly doesn't really, he's not really that good at compared to Ryan. He's not that good at it. I'm not saying Rolly gets defeated by Ryan and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's a possibility because of the power shots that Ryan has. I'm saying Rolly, he can land it more, I would say, more crisper. I hate that word, but he can land it better. Who knows? So that can give the edge over Rolly, but this is not about Ryan Garcia fighting Rolly. This is about Ryan Garcia fighting Tank Davis. Yeah, he reaches in, but he doesn't reach in that far. Because the reason why I'm saying reach in is because Tank Davis is going to be running around the whole ring, avoiding Ryan Garcia and trying to set him up. And what Ryan needs to do is let Tank come to him. Unlike what Rolly did, Rolly was chasing him around the ring. He had to make him come to him. If Ryan makes Tank come to him, then it's a long night for Tank Davis. Tank is not going to have, he's going to have he's going to have a lot less chance of winning. Let's just say that much. But at the same time, Ryan has to avoid either the right hook or the left hook. But if he can take those shots, because I'm not too sure if he can take those shots, then Tank is done. Because, hypothetically saying that Tank could take one good body shot from Ryan, right? One or two. How many is he going to be able to take? You know what I mean? How many is he going to be able to take? Because Ryan is pretty fucking hard, and he's pretty fucking accurate with that body shot. He does the same thing, as I said in my other videos. He's learned it off of Canelo, and where you disguise your lead hand as if you're gonna be throwing a hook to the face, but it goes to the body. And he steps into it at the same time. Or you have to step into it. I mean, it's a fucking punch. You have to step into your punches. Anyway, so either he sets it up as he's going to throw it to the head, but he throws it to the body. Or he's going to throw it to the body, but he feints it to the body. It's not really he feints it. He directs it like as it's going to the body. As soon as the guy is trying to block the shot to the body, he goes to the head. And that's what Canelo does. Ryan has pretty much taken that from Canelo, but Canelo does it even better. Even though Ryan has learned it off of Canelo does way better, because that's how he did it to Billy Joe Saunders. That's how he broke his eye socket. He broke it because he did that shit, man. He made it look like he was going to hit him in the fucking body. A split second, he changed the direction of the attack and went straight to the fucking cheekbone and shattered it. And that was the end of that fight. So that's the problem with this fight. Ryan I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan stops. Ryan stops Tank with a body shot. Let me fix this shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan stops Tank with a body shot. Don't be surprised. He stops him with a body shot. You know, and then maybe not exactly stopping with the body shot. Maybe not right. Like he goes down, he might get back up, and then he might get TKO'd after that. Who knows? Or he might just, he might get dropped once from the body shot. Maybe another time, another body shot. Then the third time, it's the charm, and that's it. He's done. Tank can't continue. Tank won't get back up. That's a possibility. But Ryan still has to be cautious with the hooks because he got caught with Campbell. And Campbell doesn't hit as hard as Tank. Granted that Campbell is taller than Tank. And Ryan had an issue with people fighting people his height because he usually fights guys that are smaller than him. I mean, these guys are both technically, in a way, hype jobs, And I really didn't like neither one of these guys. I liked Tank there was a moment that I liked Tank, and then I stopped liking him. I thought he was just a diva, Same thing with fucking Ryan Garcia. But Ryan, now he's up for the challenge. He's always been asking this fight for years, and now he finally got it. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see. There was a long time I thought Ryan would have got his ass beat up. But now I'm not too sure. To say that I'm picking one guy over the other, I'm not picking one guy over the other. I'm not saying Ryan can definitely win, and I'm not saying that Tank can definitely win. Because, as I said, there are X factors in this fight that we don't know from either guy. I don't know if Tank can take the body shots, and if he can, that could work in his favor, and can sense that he doesn't respect Ryan's power, and he just, goes through, and he starts to bully him around, and Ryan can't take it, and then like some of the sparring sessions I think I've seen, where he's bullying around Ryan, but Ryan was young at the time, so it could end up like in that fashion, kind of like how with Barrios. Or if you can't take it, then I favor Ryan at that point. But then again, Ryan has to be cautious of the hooks that Tank is gonna throw. If he gets caught with one of those, it might be not a flash knockdown against Campbell, but it'd be a very hard pick. It would be hard for him to get back up, and that could be an excuse to the similar thing to happen to Rolly, where they automatically count it as a KO, even though he got back off this, he got back off the canvas in 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like that can happen, where it's a premature stoppage, and Ryan has to be careful for that, because Tank is pretty much treating Ryan like he's treating Rolly Romero, and it might be the same situation. It might be. Don't be surprised if it isn't. If it is, but if he, but the thing is, Ryan's not going to reach over, but Ryan can still get, as I said, he can get caught with the right hook if Tank goes underneath his jab and leaps in by shifting his weight to the right and getting it. And with the left hook, it would be same what Campbell got Ryan with the left hook, but that would just mean Ryan, because Ryan had his arm down. If Ryan didn't have his arm down, he would have been fine. He would have been dropped by Campbell. But that's the thing. So Ryan has to be careful of not dropping his hand, his strong hand, his right hand down. Not to be, so he won't be hit by Thing's left hook, Tank Davis's left hook. Easier said than done, but if you really look at it, Ryan has the advantage in this fight. Ryan has the advantage. No question about it. if Ryan can take those punches on top of which, I mean, he's gonna get hit no matter what. It's a fight. You don't run on the rain and not get wet. You're gonna get hit, but not to get hit cleanly with those shots is what I'm talking about. And if he does get hit with those shots cleanly and he still rides it, oh man, Tank is fucked. Tank is fucked at that point. Tank is fucked. You know what I mean? He is fucked. I don't give Tank a chance at that point. What can also is if it's also the same thing if Ryan's body shot doesn't affect Tank. At that point, Tank, I'm not thinking that Ryan's going to knock him out with a right hand or anything like that. I don't see that happening unless he hurts him in the body and then he goes for the head. That's what I'm saying. The body, if it doesn't affect him, it's possible that Tank can go through and make it a close encounter fight, in the pocket fight with Ryan, where it won't favor Ryan with its reach and everything. It will not favor Ryan at all. And if he might get stopped, or he might survive until the 12th, and he might lose on the decision at that point for Ryan. I think personally he will probably get stopped if that happens to Ryan. Maybe a big possibility that he might get stopped if he just avoids the body shot doesn't bother him and everything for Tank and just moves in. So yeah, but ultimately I would have to say Ryan. It's Ryan's fight to lose. It's Ryan's fight to lose. That's if Ryan comes with a good game plan, follows through, he'll win. There's a higher chance of him winning over Tank coming with a good game plan. Let's say if both of them came with a good game plan, the chances of Ryan winning is higher. If they both came with a good game plan. But the X factors is what makes it so hard to pick who 100% will win this fight. But I'm kind of leaning towards Ryan because of the fact of the body shot. I don't know if Tank is going to be able to take that, bro. He talks about Canelo being his, boy and everything. This kid's going to bring Canelo's heat on you, bro. Like, the stuff that Canelo does to his opponents, he's going to bring that to you. That's the problem. And if you can't, since you've been not really fighting top challengers and all this kind of stuff, and you can experience a guy that is going to bring certain elite level stuff in the fight and he hits hard, man. I don't know if he coming into the pocket against Ryan, going through fire and shit just to get to him is going to be, an easy task for Tank neither. He might get hit a lot of times before he even gets in there, and then who knows if that's going to be effective at that point. Yeah, so I'll probably say Ryan, but if it's Ryan winning, I think Ryan can stop Tank. But it's a stoppage. This fight's going to be a stoppage either way. If it's Tank winning, it's going to be by hooks, and Tank's going to catch him with a hook, and he's going to finish him. That's my prediction. Other than that, there's no clear-cut thing for this fight to say, 100% this guy's going to win. Ryan's going to get him with a body shot. If anything, he's going to stop him that way. And Tank is going to, if he gets the chance to stop him, it's going to be with a hook, whether it's possibly a right hook. We'll never know. Possibly a right hook. I'm going with the right hook, where he sets up the right hook and then he follows up with a TKO or whatever, that kind of stuff. And hopefully it's not a premature stoppage. I think that's my prediction. But I'm leaning a little more on the Ryan because he has more of the advantages. I can see more of the advantages. You can talk about Ryan's chin being suspect and everything, but has Tank been hit by Ryan? you could also say the same thing about Tank. You know, it's either or. So that's my prediction. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Ryan has a good shot. And I think Tank's shots are less, but he still got a good shot himself. But the X factor is Ryan's chin. And also if Tank can take the body shot from Ryan. And, you know, that kind of stuff, pretty much at the end of the day. Well, it's been nice talking to you guys. Hopefully I make another video when I feel like it, because it's all about how I feel like. I'm not going to do something. I made these videos just because for fun purpose, not for monetary purpose. And that's all she wrote. And hopefully the Gypsy King or Queen, he'll be a queen if he doesn't accept this fight. I will make a video on him ducking Alexander Usyk. I promise you. Because I don't fucking respect guys that are fucking... They blatantly duck after even getting 70-30. He's, you know, playing games and shit, not signing the contract. I don't respect that shit. I don't give a damn if he's my favorite fighter or not. I'm going to grill the fuck out of him on my videos. In my channel, it's more like it. And that's it. And then there's also the David Benavidez Caleb Plant fight. That's also kind of a toss-up as well. Similar to this. It is a toss-up. Yes, Caleb Plant is the better boxer. And I had actually picked Caleb Plant to beat Uzgatagi back in the day. And even though I don't think he did, I think that fight was a kind of a draw. Because after the fourth round, even though he had 2 knockdowns, he didn't really win that fight. He won 4 rounds in a row, got 2 knockdowns, and the rest of the rounds was Uzgatagi's. That's a draw, in my opinion. So, actually, no, not a draw. It's not even a draw. It's a 2-point lead over Uzgatagi. I think Uzgatagi won it, beat him, yeah. So whatever but the excuse for Caleb Plant was he was sick. He was kind of off. He didn't sleep. That's what he said. He didn't say he was sick. He didn't sleep enough. He was too nervous or whatever. And that's why I saw a better performance against him with Canelo, which I didn't expect all the way to the 11th round. I didn't expect that. So who knows? Maybe Caleb Plant can pull this off with his boxing skill, and near the end he survives or he knocks out David Benavidez past the mid rounds. It's possible. It's a different fight though. Because David Benavidez doesn't got really good feet. David Benavidez is kind of a flat-footed fighter. I like David Benavidez, but after that press conference, I don't know, man. He's a fucking little bit of a dickhead, honestly. He's an idiot. He can be a dickhead, man. He's just an idiot. The guy doesn't even cuss you out. And you coming up there like, what'd you say? He didn't even say anything to you, man. He's complimenting you and you still say something. To me, that's retarded. I mean, or you're nervous as fuck. You're worried that he's going to beat you. It's one of those two. And I think it's nervous energy. It's probably that. He's nervous. Anyways, guys, it's been good talking to you guys. This is the Gypsy. I am out.